When I first was awake, way back when, I remember hearing about how these soldiers were blowing the trumpet, blowing the whistle, saying we were asked to survey if we would shoot American citizens to take their guns. This is going back to Bill Clinton and his administration. Let's read. Question asking if soldiers would fire on Americans back. November 4th, 2013. Make no mistake about it. One of the most shocking revelations in recent decades was when it was discovered in 1994 that the U.S. military was surveying U.S. soldiers to see if they would be willing to fire on unarmed American citizens while confiscating their guns. Now, whistleblowers say the Obama administration is quietly asking the military that same question again. This is from White House Press. And I remember vividly when this news was coming out. So they need this military force to destroy the Constitution, take your guns, enforce the mark of the beast, put you in a FEMA camp, right? Probably enforce this whole climate carbon dioxide scam. And they're herding us, as we've always said in this ministry, into this right-left paradigm, into states that will probably secede, which, you know, might be a good thing, but then it'll be a civil war, destroy it all, burn it all down. They need order out of chaos, and they're going to give you a choice, and then they're going to ignite the flame, my friends. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I live in the state of Illinois, and this is unbelievably alarming. So they're allowing all these illegals in, and what they're going to do is they're going to allow them to be part of the police, local police, and or federalized police, and the U.S. military. We'll prove it out, my friends. They're allowing all these military-age men to come in, and they're paving the way that they can become police officers. Non-USA citizens, illegal aliens, are going to be allowed to be local and state police. This is beyond evil. Let's read. In the state of Illinois, Governor J.B. Pritzker signed a bill that will allow non-U.S. citizens who are legally authorized to work in the U.S. to become police officers in the state. The bill, which will go in effect on January 1st, 2024, will open up law enforcement jobs to immigrants, including DACA recipients who meet specific criteria and can possess firearms. The bill faced opposition from Republican lawmakers and police groups who argue that it violated federal law and undermined public safety. They need a wicked, obedient police force. Pray these invaders come to Christ, my friends. It's not just about them destroying everything, although that could happen. It's about them putting you in a FEMA camp, about bringing you up to have your head taken off if you don't take the mark of the beast, my friends. And there were a bunch of articles under Obama on he was talking about on how to federalize the police. Centralization is evil. Decentralization is good. It's key. It's hard to control decentralization, my friends. So will this be a playbook for other liberal states to actually allow foreigners to be police? Wicked, my friends. You've got your Freemason police officers that if they get to the top realize that they worship Lucifer. Then you have this mind controlism technology, optogenetics, that we've talked about probably in 30 to 40% of these VCasts with As the Days of Noah Devil Juice. And now they're allowing foreigners to come in, which probably they can 100% control, right? All right, let's continue. This is interesting from Redacted about these Chinese military-age men coming in, and he's going to play, I think it's Dick Durbin, how they're pushing to allow these foreigners to join the U.S. military. And where Redacted, I think, misses it, he's like, well, we needed this army to fight our foreign wars. The foreign war is going to be here on U.S. soil. The United States has to be taken out in order to form this new world order. The Constitution and any Western nation freedoms have to be destroyed. It goes back to the Deagle report that we've always covered. Western nations up to 75, 81% death toll by 2025. Are they on their timeline? I'm not sure. But freedom has to be destroyed for this Luciferian worship. Let's play it.
Why are military-age men pouring across the United States border being given refuge, given cell phones, given ID cards, given money, being taken care of? Why is this happening in the United States? And the Biden administration pretends that it's not happening, but we have the footage. Take a look at your screen. Of course, these are multiple reports now of military-aged men pouring across the United States border, and it seems like mostly from China. So it's been a great mystery over the past year. Why are they doing this? Why are they arriving? If you're fleeing a war zone, you of course show up with your children, your women, your wives, right? These are people that you are saving, the families that you are bringing and trying to find a better life for. But no, there's no children, there's no wives, there's no women, it's just men. Well, at least until yesterday, we could speculate. We had some idea why this was happening, but on the floor of the United States Senate, Senator Dick Durbin has now let the cat out of the bag and explains exactly why this is happening.
What troubles me about the debate now about the southern border is it is one half of the immigration equation. Yes, we need order at the border. Yes, we need to have changes in the laws that reflect the reality of the overwhelming numbers from all over the world who are coming to our shores and our border. But there is also an incredible demand for legal immigration into this country even now. The presiding officer, my colleague from the state of Illinois, has legislation which addresses one aspect of that. Her bill, and I hope I describe it accurately, says that if you're an undocumented person in this country and you can pass the physical and the required test, background test, the like, you can serve in our military, and if you do it honorably, we will make you citizens of the United States. Do we need that? Do you know what the recruiting numbers are at the Army and the Navy and the Air Force? They can't reach their quotas each month. They can't find enough people to join our military forces. And there are those who are undocumented who want the chance to serve and risk their lives for this country. Should we give them the chance? I think we should. And let me tell you about
foreigners, illegals as police, potentially joining the military. And the third option, besides just creating havoc and waking up one day and killing us all, is they are being pre-staged to be the UN peacekeepers. This goes back under Obama, this article. UN vehicles, mysterious troop movements spotted in Virginia, North Carolina, West Virginia, and Ohio. I remember this went viral. It's from the Global Research. Pre-staging of UN troops. And I remember this quote living in Illinois from Richard Boykin, the county commissioner of Chicago, who suggested that the UN to send peacekeepers to help fight the gun violence in Chicago. Here's what the exact quote. There's a quiet genocide taking place in too many of our communities. 80% of those who are being killed by gun violence are African American and often killed at the hands of other African Americans accordingly. So we must protect these population groups, and that's what the United Nations does. They're a peacekeeping force. They know all about keeping the peace. And so we're hopeful that they'll hear our appeal. And I remember Trump's like, just shut up.